top of the class on a roll, hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB, which is on its own channel, guys. Don't forget to go follow the ATB channel. What is going on? Let me know. I haven't done this in a long time. Let me know if you came from ATB. Where's...
Here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream reboot after we lost internet, and now it's back, guys. I apologize for that. We are having a crazy storm down in Georgia right now, so I assume that's probably what happened. Excuse me being out of breath. I just ran around trying to reset the router and run back to the computer and all that nonsense. But what is going on? Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you. Give me a second to gather myself here, pull up the stream one last time, give it a little refresh. I think we're live. I'm not 100% sure. Hopefully we are, and I'm not just scream talking to myself. Let's see. I think we're live. Change dashboard. Where's the chat? Boom! There you guys are. All right, let's go. 25% of viewers dropping. There we go. Bada boom. All right, we got 343 people in there, guys. I apologize for that little hiccup. I don't know, storms, tornadoes, I don't know what's going on out there, but we're back, we're live, and Bitcoin has ripped so hard that it destroyed the internet in all of the U.S., so don't worry about that hiccup, guys, we're back. I'm flustered now, guys. Bitcoin is making some more moves. Thank God. What was I saying before we left? I was saying when Bitcoin's napping, sometimes you just want to let her sleep, because if you wake her up, she gets angry, and she either runs up the stairs or jumps off a cliff, depending on how she's feeling. But, guys, we have an awesome show for you tonight. We're going to be breaking down Bitcoin. We're going to be taking a look at the altcoins. I'm going to show you guys the key levels that we're attacking right now. If you watch the streams, it's not too much of a surprise. I want to touch on what we've been looking at, where we're at now, some levels above us that we have in case we continue up, or what we got to look at to the downside if we are going to finally correct. But it does seem like Bitcoin wants to keep doing this little ripski it's got going on right now. So we're going to be taking a look at everything. Let's see. So, Subdermal Saint says short it to $9,500. Hey, there is a POC at 9.5K, so potentially. But yeah, guys, we're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin, taking a look at all those altcoins, and then we're going to be spinning the wheel of pain and pleasure, where you guys will have a chance to win some free crypto or one of Ben's new books for free, catching up to crypto. Or, guys, if we didn't get there last night, what do we got? 425. We had a big fall off from the internet going out. But once we get it back up there, guys, we're going for 700 likes. If we get 700 likes, I will add this CandleMafia purple and blue candle hat to the giveaway. But without further ado, guys, I know we already wasted time. Real quick, I am potentially going to have to run out a little bit early because we're going to pick up Tony D at the airport, because he is moving down here to help me out full-time with the Frankie Candles YouTube channel, and he's flying in, and we got to pick him up. So his flight is delayed, though, because of the storm. Storm took out the Wi-Fi. Now it's trying to take out Tony's plane. He's probably sitting on the plane like, whoa. Anyway, so I may have to leave early. It depends on if his flight gets pushed back even more. But if he gets there on time, we might have to leave early. But without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and say what's up to the Candle Mafia. See who we got in chat. Let's see. Let's scroll up a little bit. We got Bullish on Parade. Rob knows who's really to blame. Oh, yeah, who took out the internet? Somebody find this person. Shout out to Bullish on Parade. Thank you for being here. We got J-Lo, our most famous Candle Mafia. I almost said employee. Our most famous Candle Mafia member. What is going on, J-Lo? Thank you for being here. We got Super Snoopy. What is going on? He says alive. Shout out to you, man. We got Brian D. We're all here. We're all here. Shout out to Brian D. Chemistry, bro. Long time no talk. What is going on, bro? Dave Digital, as always. Storms are amazing, except when they take out your Wi-Fi. Shout out to Dave Digital. Thank you for being here. Daddy Zach, what is going on? Jonathan Schaefer, as always, happy to have you, brother. Thank you for being here. Creighton C. We got Gazgano FPV says, bing bong. My Wi-Fi went bing bonk. Let's see. We got Thesus528, not to be confused with Thesis himself. Stream started to stall. I was like, I know I paid the Wi-Fi yesterday. TF is going on. Double checked my stuff. Shout out to Kelly Kellum. What is going on, Kelly Kellum? Thank you for being here, bro. I appreciate it. I love seeing you pop up and stream, bro. Everybody show Kelly some love in the chat. Mikey B, what is going on? What's going on, bro? Thank you for being here. We got KV Hups, ATB, hashtag the ATB team. Let's go. We got Alex O Crypto in the house. What is going on, bro? Thank you for tuning in. Love seeing you in chat, brother. And I love seeing CQ, Crypto Anon, Subdermal Stain. Anthony Fonseca says, Frankie, you gave me a heart attack. I was taking a shower, and then I just heard your voice through my speaker. I do be creeping through those speakers, guys. I really do. Yeah, shout out to Jessica. I know Jessica's in here somewhere. Carrie Stressel, Terrence, Indiana Candles, Joe Blow. What is going on? Yo, big homie, what's going on? We got Dippy Dinos NFTs. What's up? Unforgettable name, Leroy Jenkins. Welcome back, my friend. Thank you for being here. Shout out to Lucho. Lucho, it's Thursday. It's about time for Lucho to show up and win those giveaways. Metabytes in the house. Let's get it. Digest it. Multi-sig dummy, as always. Happy to have you here. And I don't consider you a dummy multi-sig. I just consider you multi-sig. What's going on? And then we got Coin McDonald says, Frankie canned L's. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you all for tuning in, and I know we had a little hiccup there, so without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump right into the charts. Shout out to Daddy Zach says, Kelly Kellum said, spin the wheel for a lifetime BitLab membership. Shout out to Daddy Zach. Hey, Kelly, let me know if you want to do that. I think Daddy Zach might be trying to create a deal of his own, but hey, you never know. The answer is always no unless you ask, Daddy Zach. So shout out to you, and thank you for that $5 super chat, and thank you for tuning into the stream today. I appreciate you. Crypto Mailman, what is going on? Says shout out to the United States Postal Service. Shout out to the U.S. Postal Service, and shout out to Crypto Mailman. I love our community's the best. You guys are funny, man. Frankie made it to his live stream after all the OGs. Shout out to Nemesis. Thank you for being here. Kelly Kellum saying he will give out a one free lifetime giveaway for sure. Kelly, just give me a confirmation. I don't want to do anything without getting it confirmed. I will put it on the wheel tonight if you give me confirmation. If spin the wheel, baby, certified. Okay, wow, he answered me before. That was crazy. Shout out to Kelly Kellum, guys. Lifetime to the BitLab. Is it the BitLab Academy or the trading suite or the indicators? I'm not sure. Kelly, you let me know. And mods, just if I don't see his chat, write it down and let me know when we start spinning that wheel. So we got some BitLab stuff going down on the wheel tonight. And speaking of that, make sure you smash that like button, because every 100 likes, we get a spin on that wheel. More hundreds of likes, the more wheel spins, the more likely you are to win that lifetime BitLab. Shout out. Let's go. All right, guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into those charts. And shout out to Certified TV. What is going on, bro? Thank you for being here. Good to see you, my man. Let's go. Guys, exciting times in the Bitcoin market. Finally, we won't zoom out too far because I don't want it to look boring. We're gonna stay on the low time frames, guys, because we want these big moony green candles. We're making it exciting today. We are not going to zoom out to the weekly and just look at how this is basically just one tiny little green pixel. Let's see. I'd like that membership. I think it would be a good addition to that team. Oh, you think Jonathan Schaefer thinks he would be a good addition to that team. Well, shout out, brother. Let's go. Shout out to Jiren. Let's see. All right, bada boom. Let's get right into it, guys. Obviously, we are getting a big move up. Just going to cover these really quick. We cover this almost every stream, so I'm going to brush over it super, super quick, guys. We got the weekly bullish divergence. That VWAP on the weekly is starting to come up a bit higher here, so that is looking good. And I want this to be a testament to how long the higher time frames can take to play out. I wish I had a clip of the first time that we brought up these higher time frames. Mikey B says Frankie's enthusiasm is what keeps me coming. Well, Mikey B, we're about to get going with the enthusiasm. Got the Aztecian Cactus Moss Water, and as always, guys, we got the candle lit. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it is lit. It is lit. I don't want to. Wax is gonna get everywhere if I tilt it towards you. But we got the candle. We got the Aztecian Cactus Moss Water. And we're about to show you those juicy levels and what we can expect out of Bitcoin. But it was a while ago. It was before we started printing this weekly bull div. It was basically in November. We were talking about a potential weekly bullish divergence. Could be a very bullish sign for Bitcoin. And then we printed that green dot saying, hey, whoa, weekly bull div is now printing. This could make a big move. And then we got a little pop ski to the upside and then ripped right back to the downside. Wasn't looking good, but then we never printed that red dot. The weekly bull dip was still in play, and now we're finally getting that move up. So it was about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks we've been talking about this weekly bull div, and it's just starting to play out. Have we seen this play out in its entirety, or are we going to see this become a much, much bigger move? I will say this, weekly bull divs do... It is a very rare bullish sign, and I don't even know if we have ever had this happen before. I'd have to look at the BLX, but it is likely to give us a big move. I mean, this is a pretty big move already, but as you guys can just see from the volume here, we are tapping a very, very key level here that we've been looking at. We almost come up and touch it to the dollar, but weekly bull div is starting to show its face, and we were also talking about the money flow on these higher daily time frames starting to work their way to the upside. 3-day back in the green. Money flow on the 4-day is coming up towards that zero line. The higher time frames were looking like they wanted to shift to the upside with my famous shift to the upside move. I've been doing this so much and nothing has been happening, and now finally we're getting that move to the upside. But you know, those higher daily time frames and weekly time frames can take a really long time to play out. We also had the 2-week bull div, which was another thing we were pointing out. You obviously can see that. Lower lows on our price action with the higher lows on our momentum waves, or your RSI or whatever indicator you're looking at. And yeah, we're getting that move to the upside, but I'm just going to go ahead and dig in here, guys. If we switch over to the BitLab trading suite, it's looking toppy. And I say that with take that with a grain of salt, because it's been looking toppy this whole way up, and we just keep smashing through all of these resistance levels, unstoppable. But if you pull up the BitLab trading suite, I mean, this is a giant top signal on the 16-hour. That daily is finally starting to show a top signal. 5 bearish divergences on the BitLab Market Intelligence. Indicator, the 16-hour has 7 bear divs. You have a histogram, RSI, relative extrema, momentum, OBV, money flow index, and the market cipher B bearish divergence on that 16-hour. Looking, 6 bear divs, super toppy looking up here on the significant movements indicator. That 10-hour is also looking super toppy. But again, take that with a grain of salt, guys, because obviously, price has not really cared very much about any real top signals. When you get these explosive moves in the market, you could blow through the bear divs. Obviously, they're not going to play out as when you're getting a big move to the upside. You're naturally going to form higher highs, and that momentum can still come out and show a discrepancy between price action and your indicator without. You're not 100% always going to get a big dump to the downside. It does indicate a cool-off period. So in a parabolic move to the upside, what I would look for with those bearish divergences is expect them to play out, but just not as much as they would if you're in a downtrend, right? And what that does is it opens up an opportunity for you to find some local levels of support, maybe some local Fibonacci levels where that bear div can play out into, and then when you get to that fib level, if you know you're in a strong uptrend, you know that it might be a good idea to start looking for a long entry at that local support level. So With that being said, let's go ahead and dig into this price action, guys. I will say this: not only is the BitLab trading suite starting to show some really toppy signals, but even on Market Cypher B, you're getting pretty, did I say toppy signals? Overbought signals on Market Cypher B. This daily momentum wave is super, super high up there. I don't remember the last time we had a momentum wave this high. Yeah, Sunday, October 25th, 2020 was the last time we had a momentum wave this high. Or I guess 2021, January was the last time we had a momentum wave that high, followed by a big correction. But yeah, this is definitely looking overbought on a lot of time frames here. Your 12-hour super overbought. Your 10-hour super overbought, 8-hour overbought. I mean, you are slammed overbought on almost all of these time frames. Doesn't mean you can't continue up, but, you know, this thing has to cool off at some point to make some more room to the upside. Shout out to Crypto Billy for that super chat. Thank you so much, bro. I really do appreciate you. He says, Ben's books arrived at my house today. Will deliver to Hit Network next week. Coordinating with Allison from BitBoy to sign LFG. Books on the wheel already. Let's go, baby. You guys will know we are giving away a lot of Ben's books on the channel. Catching Up to Crypto for completely free. Shout out to Crypto Billy. I am not giving them away. Crypto Billy bought these books. We did not give them to him for free. He bought them out of the goodness of his heart, and he donated them to my YouTube channel to give away to you guys because he loves you guys. And he loves me too, I think. But he loves you guys, and that's why he wanted to do this. So shout out to Crypto Billy. I love you, bro. Thank you so much. But with that out of the way, this is, you are getting a nice bear div here on your 2-hour. Again, be very careful with the shorts. We've been talking about being careful with the shorts for a while now, about, a week and a half probably. I've been pretty conservative with my shorts, tight stop losses. I did get stopped out of my short yesterday or this morning. I did stop out of my short. Guys, I thought I had my stop loss set, and it just wasn't there. I don't know what happened. A lot of stuff going on. I misclicked, or I never clicked it, or I thought I clicked it, or whatever happened. Stupid mistake. So I had to manually stop myself out a little bit higher in a loss than I wanted to. But you know what? We all make mistakes. There you go. I lose some trades too, guys. I don't win them all. Nobody does. Everybody loses trades, and that's a perfect example. I wish it happened on stream so I could show you guys. But yeah, I got stopped out of my short this morning. And now it's looking like it could be time to cool off again, but again, be very, very careful. But I want to touch on some of these levels, guys, because if you watch the channel, you will know that last night on the stream, we were looking at some pretty important levels. Number one, I'm going to take you back into bar replay mode, and I want to come back to about here, which was the 9th, which was just a few days ago. Where we got? Okay, boom. So let's go right here. You guys will know that on the stream on the 9th, or, around this time when we were coming up to our value area high of the range, let me go ahead and hide these value area highs and value area lows. I just want to show you this, guys, because we were talking about these exact levels, and I want to show you why we were looking at those levels and why, and you'll see how close we got, how accurate it has been, right? So here you go. Oh, this moved because we're in bar replay mode. But anyway, we were, tapping up against this value area high, right? And we were saying that this is a really important level because if we were able to crack this level, we were going to be able to break into this low volume gap. Now, you guys know, I'm like, I should be, if volume profiles were a company, I would tattoo it on my forehead for free and advertise them for free because volume profiles is probably the number one thing that whenever I found it, completely changed the game for me. This is something I wish I found when I first started learning how to trade because it would have saved me a ton of money and a ton of time. But this is a free tool that you could find on TradingView. I believe this actual one is paid, but you could use the fixed range volume profile, which is what you see right here. They're essentially the same tool. If you want to learn more, hopefully the mods can link a couple of my volume profile videos in the chat if you want to learn more about them. But the reason I bring this up is because we talk a lot. We always talk a lot about these low volume gaps. And if you watch the channel, you'll be like, oh my God, good Lord, Frankie Candles, please don't talk about the volume gaps again. But I have to, because as we were coming up to this value area high, we knew it was strong resistance, right? But we were saying you have to be careful because typically you would look for shorts here, which we were. But if we were able to break above this level, flip it to support, we could break into this low volume gap, which could result in a very quick move all the way up to this next high volume node coming in at about 19,160. Now, also, that is a very important level because you guys will know if you watch the stream, we've been talking about that 19,160 level because if you grab your fixed range volume profile and you analyze the candles in this previous range that we traded in, you will know that that 19,160 level was actually the point of control of our previous range. This is what we've been talking about for like a week and a half. If we could break into that low volume gap, we could come up and test that high volume node at about 19,160. And we knew that was likely because of this massive volume gap. And we knew that it would happen very, very quickly, again, because of the gap. So a couple days later, as we tapped on that resistance, we wind up breaking that level of resistance. And what happened? Boom, a moonshot almost exactly to the level we were looking at. And this is not magic, guys. Well, I guess it is kind of magic, but this is not my magic. You can do this too. We knew this was likely to come if we broke that level of resistance. And this is why I absolutely love the volume profiles and why I love looking at the low volume gaps like this. And once you see this play out enough times, it comes extremely naturally, right? So here we are, testing this key level. And this is a level where I was talking about looking for shorts, right? This would be a very strong level. And if we weren't going to see a very harsh rejection off of this level, we would likely see some form of a rejection, right? So zooming in here, we are starting to get a little bit of a bounce off of this level as expected. Now, pulling back up our indicators here, again, we are very, very overbought on a lot of these higher time frames. Now, that's some spicy sauce. Let's go. Shout out to Crypto Anon. Shout out to you, bro. But shout out to Alchemy Crypto as well. What is going on, bro? Thank you for being here. But yeah, guys, this is our level. We made it, and it came very quickly, and we knew that because of the gap. But is it time to short? I will say this. Again, we're very overbought on those higher time frames. You can see it on Market Cypher B. You can see it very clearly on the BitLab indicators. I mean, these big red waves are clear top signals. Last time we had one of these, this high was all the way back here in July before when we had a run up. Let me zoom in a little bit. When we had a run up into the top of the range before coming all the way back down to the bottom of the range. And and now we are starting to get, again, on market intelligence, massive bearish divergences. The daily, again, massive bearish divergence there. And the medium time frame starting to show some bearish signals as well. So what I am looking for is I expect if we can get another red dot here on that 4 hour, that may be the thing that we need to get a further move to the downside. And then also keeping an eye on these lower time frames. Money flow coming out on your 10-minute already. Your 5-minute is also coming out. 12-minute kind of flat, and your 15-minute is coming up. So you definitely want to be careful because if money flow is coming up still on these lower time frames, you could see some more VWAP flips, and these bearish divergences may not play out. But I will say this, we were talking about this in the Discord, with every eventually one of these bear divs has got to play out, but just be very careful. Again, you want to remember, uptrend, definitely in an uptrend right now, right? So you just want to be careful shorting in an uptrend. So, but are we catching that local top? We are definitely at a very key level of resistance. If we are going to get a cool off here, there is no better time to do that than now. And let's see, let's dig in here. Let's go back to our Heikinashi candles. And let's come down to a little bit of a lower time frame. So let's go ahead and see if we got any. So yeah, so as of right now, I would be wary of a push back up into this local golden pocket at about 18,900, almost 19K, where this golden pocket is coming out or coming up at. And also, guys, I will also say this. You want to be really careful of the bullish consolidation because it does look like, right? Typically, you guys will know in the bear market, obviously, we have been basically just coming down, bear flag, dump, bear flag, dump, right? And it's just bear flag, dump, bear flag, dump. And now in these uptrends, even on the shorter time frames, it's basically a rip, bullish consolidation, rip, bullish consolidation, rip, right? So if you come to these lower time frames, we could actually be bullishly consolidating up here, and you might get something like this. We talked about this yesterday. I don't know exactly where we were talking about it. Might have been on an altcoin. Might have been, it might have actually been on this. I don't know when this happened. This might have been this morning. But I would just be very careful about, what am I doing here? I'm trying to undo here. I would be very, very careful about some potential bullish consolidation here, creating something of a bull pennant before getting another breakout to the upside. But I will say this, guys, we are at a very, very key level, as we just talked about. Not only is this a level that I am going to be looking for shorts at, but on the bullish end, if we get above this, now I will say it would make sense to cool off a little bit before we get back over this, right? But if we, whatever happens in the short term, if we could get back over this level at about 19,160, this would be extremely bullish in my opinion, right? Because it would be possible then for us to break back into this previous trend or previous range that we were trading in, right? I'm going to highlight this with a blue box because we've been talking about this for a while now, and we might actually get this to happen now. We finally got up to the level we've been talking about, but now can we flip it and start trading now in that previous range that we were in for a very long time, and just kind of come up here and trade again in this new value area where we can look for trades to the value area high, back to the POC, and see if we can get some range trading up here before potentially moving higher. So once we flip this level to support, it opens the door to about 20,000, basically the top of this value area coming in at about 20,800, give or take a few dollars, right? And then it also basically opens up the door to potentially come revisit these highs. Now, this is pretty far away, right? This is 25K, but you guys see how quickly we can go from 17 to almost to like 19K, right? So that can happen very quickly. So don't be shocked if we do get back above here and we do wind up ripping again. We could wind up coming up to retest these highs at, I would say between about 20,700 and 20,900. And then if we could get above there, it would be very, very likely for us to come back up and revisit these highs at about 25K. And just like we were looking at the low volume gap between where we were down here at 17.3, and we were looking for that low volume push into this high volume node at 19,160. If we could hop above this, flip it to support, bing bong around in here, and then flip this value area high into support, what do we have above us? It's the same thing, guys. Big volume gap. Boom. If we could hold that, you might get caught up here at about 23.2. But if you could get above here, you're essentially entering that low volume gap, and you could see that quick rip up to about 28K. Now, this will sound familiar to you guys if you were watching during our pump up right here. We were expecting a potential move up to that $28,000 mark, but we actually got a quick rejection, and you could see that we did have that wick down here at about 25.4, and then we came up, tapped that level, and came right back down. So that's kind of what we could have ahead of us if we keep this bullish momentum, and if this weekly bull div and the higher time frames are finally going to show their face. I mean, they kind of already are showing their face. Thank God. I thought people were going to call me crazy. And thank God that weekly bull div did not get invalidated, right? Because I was kind of amped up on that weekly bull div because I've made videos about how that could be a macro bottom signal. I'm not saying that the bottom is 100% in, but if it is in, and in hindsight, in 2024, when we're going back to study the 2022 bear market, we would likely be like, oh my God, there was a weekly bull div. That was the bottom. It makes so much sense, right? And I'm not saying we can't go lower. Obviously, we have a lot of macro things in play here. But if it is over, a weekly bull div would be a great way to put that bottom in. And if not, we could see a little bit of a pump off that bull div, get another lower low, and then we'll have to, investigate what the next bottom can actually be. Hint, hint, in that $14,000 range. If we do make lower lows, that could easily bring us 14K could easily be our next stop. So that is basically what I'm looking at to the upside, guys. And if we could keep that bullish momentum, I do think, in the next few weeks, we could work our way up into some of these targets. I'm not promising 28K by tomorrow or next week, but, we'll have to keep watching it. Luckily, we go live every single weekday for 2 hours, so you guys will be updated, especially if you're in the Discords. Those are going to be constantly updated as well. But as of right now, on the lower time frames, I am hoping to get somewhat of a cool off, but again, being very careful of that bullish consolidation because that can wind up playing out in a really bullish manner. So let's see. Let me get rid of this box. So there you go, guys. There are the next targets to the upside. Finally, some exciting price action continuing. And yeah, this would be, we are hitting that. Oh my God. Like we almost tapped that level perfectly, guys. Between 19.8, about 19.8. Where is actual 19.8? Where is it? Right there. Boom. I mean, 19.8 to 19.165 were the levels we were looking for. And bang, we ripped right through that gap, tapped them perfectly. And bada boom, bada bing. Bing bong, we got it. And hopefully, I'm hoping to be able to catch a little bit of a short off of this before, potentially coming down to retest some of these other highs that we had to potentially add to some long positions to get a bigger move to the upside. Let's see. Yeah, we have to see what happens at FOMC. JP could absolutely kill this. Drew Berry, 100%. This is what I mean, right? You get these pumps, and everyone says the bottom's in. I am not saying the bottom is 100% in. I mean, the weekly bull div would be a good reason, like a good way to mark that bottom, but it doesn't mean it's 100% in. Again, macroeconomic factors are going to come to play here. A lot of people think we could go lower. It's definitely possible. Yeah, JP could come and poo-poo on our parade very, very quickly. So, yeah, you got to watch out for that. Yeah, FOMC isn't until Feb. Yeah, so we could easily get a little bit of a rally. This could be the end of the rally, right? This could technically be the end of the rally. But if it's not, we could even rally more until that next FOMC meeting, get some bad news, and absolutely dump down to those lower targets that we have, in which case I will be jumping for joy, guys, because as you know, I am emotionally... I don't trade because of this. I don't trade off of this, but I am emotionally hoping for, at least more downside. I don't really care about, if the lower lows would be great, but I would like to go a little bit lower so I could continue to accumulate. I would just like to accumulate for a little bit longer, but I have been accumulating, so if it took off from here, I will have my bags packed a bit, just not as much as I would like. So if we could come back down, that would be very, very nice. But it's not guaranteed, so be careful out there. Frank, have you looked at the death cross on the DXY? Shout out to Raminer DTC. I appreciate you for being here. Yes. Shout out to Jonathan Schaefer. We actually have been looking at that, and actually a video went out yesterday or the day before. I did a pre-record looking at the DXY death cross on top of a lot of these other macro bullish signals that we're seeing on Bitcoin, and just a lot of things that were lining up and indicating that we could potentially get a bit of a pump here. So definitely go check out that video if you're interested in that. Yes, he put out a video. Check it out on his channel. Shout out to Jonathan Schaefer. Shout out to Mr. J. Thank you for that super chat. Monthly green dot flashing on regular candles. Somebody said this to me in the Discord. Someone was like, Frankie, did you see the monthly green dot flashing? And I said no. And I was like, no, I did not, but I heard people talking about it. And as I look now, there it is. That is a very, very, very decent sign for at least some kind of upside, guys. The last time we did get a monthly green dot in the 2015 bear market, we got a green dot followed by a monthly red dot but the bottom was already in. Once we got that green dot, the bottom was already in. And then the last time we got a monthly green dot, the bottom was already in. So it doesn't mean that the bottom is 100% in, but the last 3 times we got a green dot on that monthly time frame was the bottom of the bear market. The bottom was already in. So it doesn't mean, right? This could be the first time we see 3 monthly green dots, and the first time that we see a monthly green dot not signal that the bottom's already in. But it is very interesting to see. It's definitely a good sign that we are starting to see these flash. You got it on this chart, on the Bitstamp chart. It's also flashing here on the FEMEX perpetual chart. So that is another good shot, because I was looking at this yesterday. It was not here. I must have tuned in while it wasn't there, and then I left and it popped up. So thanks for pointing that out, Mr. J. I appreciate that. It is definitely there, and it definitely looks pretty good. So just another thing pointing to the upside, guys. So with all that being said, guys, let's go ahead and check in. Oh, baby, there she goes. The DXY on the 4-hour, absolutely dumping. I think we brought this up on a stream. It did look like we had that little bear flag forming on the, that's the sloppiest bear flag ever. But yeah, we did have somewhat of a bear flag forming here on the DXY 4-hour. I don't know if we brought that up or if I just saw it. But what we did look at was the blood diamond on the daily, assisted by that death cross on the daily, right? So I definitely recommend going to check out that video I posted about the death crosses because I went back and I marked out every single death cross we've ever had on the DXY and then compared it to Bitcoin, marked them out on the Bitcoin chart, and then looked at how many times almost every time we get a death cross on the DXY, we get a big move up for Bitcoin, and this one's accompanied by that blood diamond. And if I go ahead and pull up the death cross here, you guys can see it right here. Boom, it happened on the 6th of January, and then we got the blood diamond, and now we're starting to dump. So it is looking like it could play out like most of them have. I would say, I think the death crosses have happened more than 10 times on the DXY, but if I had to sum it up after looking at it, about 9 out of 10 times when you get that death cross, it at least ended up being somewhat of a big move up for Bitcoin, whether it was the start of a bull run or just the start of a big rally before dumping again. That is, a pretty good indication that we could see some more upside for Bitcoin here. It might be time to put on those bull horns and take off those bear ears, even if it is just for a month or two, because you don't want to be the last bear screaming lower lows. I've been saying that since the beginning, although I want lower lows. You don't want to be, just like in the bull market, guys, everyone and their grandma was screaming for 100K. Everyone thought it was coming, and then we all got duped, never hit 100K. Lots of people didn't take the profit that they wanted to in the spot that they wanted to, and they had to sell at lower prices, and then they would hold for the lower prices, and then, it'll pump back up. It's pumping. It's going to go high, and then another dump, and then some people got left holding bags, and it was all because everyone was screaming. The masses were screaming 100K, 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 and it never came, just like the masses right now are screaming lower lows, lower lows, lower lows. We may not see that, and you don't want to be that last bear holding your bags of fiat, watching the crypto rip to the moon, and you're holding worthless paper. So, and it doesn't mean that the lower lows aren't coming. I'm just saying you need to be open-minded in either direction, right? Because you don't want to get screwed over either way. Yeah, Rob the Crypto Snob, shout out to you, bro. He says, we'll hit 100K someday. We will, one day. I don't know if that's going to be this cycle or this next bull cycle or the cycle after that or the cycle after that. Who knows? It's impossible to predict, but we'll have to see. Either way, chances are prices are going to go to higher highs at some point. And then Drew Barry says, if the bottom is in at some point, capitulation is going to start. If this is not your first bear market, you know what that's like. Absolutely. Yeah, that's the thing is like a lot of newer people have never been through a bear market. I remember, I had a lot of people telling me that we were never going to break these lows, right? They were telling me we're never going to break, we're not going to break 30K. We're not going to break 30K. This is the new floor. And I'm like, how many bear markets have you been through, man? Because if you think this is, I remember when this dump happened, everyone's like, that felt like the bear market, man. That felt like the bottom right there. And I'm just like, dude, this is, what was that? That was like barely, it was like 60% down. I missed that top a little bit. It was like 50, 60% down. And I'm like, if you think this is a bear market, you just wait. But everybody's starting at a different spot. One thing I do also want to point out again, guys, I just didn't bring this up yet. I brought it up yesterday. Falling wedge on the higher time frames as well. Bullish reversal pattern. So there are a ton of things pointing to the upside. So hopefully we can get a little more juice out of this. But I would like a little bit of a correction just to get some gains off that last short, and then start flipping long and ride this thing up. Care Bear market. Shout out to Dustin. Absolutely. ETH working its way down. Let's go. Dump it, baby. I think I'm known as the perma bear in the office, guys. Every time it dumps, they're like, Frankie, what did you do? I'm like, just send it to zero. I want to buy more. Let's see. Technically, if the green dot confirms on the monthly, it creates a hidden bullish divergence, can indicate the bottom of this bear market. Who knows? Saber, good point. That would be another good way to end this bear market, is a hidden bull div on the monthly. These are the things that you can look for on the higher time frames. for sure. Hopefully a fake out like that can fake drug tests. I did 5 mins. Shout out to you, Presidential Clouds. Hey, Mosso V2 says, what up, bro? What's going on? Victor Lopez says, this is my first bear market, still holding my bags. Victor, it's okay. Bro, the fact that you are here, the fact that you're here right now and you're not pissed off and said crypto's a scam and got pissed and walked away and just dropped it and lost interest, the fact that you're here right now and you're still paying attention, this is the time that you change your life. I already know that you're going to win. You're going to win because you're still here. I say this all the time to everybody who's paying attention, even in the boringest of the bear market. You're here. You're paying attention. You didn't walk away when the parabolic bull run ended. You didn't walk away. You stayed. You saw the opportunity, and you know that this is where the money is actually made. People will be coming back into the bull run after it's already gotten halfway through it, and they'll buy a little bit. It'll go up. They're going to call themselves a genius, and they're going to call you lucky because you were buying coins when they were 80, 90, 95, 98% down, and they're making little gains, but you're going to be lucky. It didn't take, perseverance and dedication and focus to pay attention during the bear market. You just got lucky. Give me a break. You guys are going to win. You guys are going to win. You're here. This is it, guys. We're in the bear market, and even if we go lower, we've endured most of the pain, in my opinion, unless we dump down to 3K, which I know some people are looking for. I just don't know. I don't personally think we'll go that low. Not impossible, but, if we're going to see something somewhat similar to the last bear markets we've had, we have endured most of the pain, maybe all of it. So you're here. This is the time to pay attention. You guys are winners. Cash in those checks, baby. Let's go. All right, so moving on here. I'm looking for a bullish ETH bounce off of 1407 or 1373. Shout out to Unforgettable Name. Let's go. Cody Schofield, what is going on, man? 1 hour bear div. I see it, brother. I see it. You are absolutely correct. I needed that. Thanks. Victor Lopez, let's go, bro. You're a winner. Trust me. You trust me. Connor Anderson, what's going on? Alexander, what's up? Kelly Boy in the house. Let's go. I feel this positive attitude, man. At work, in it to win it. Yeah, let's go, baby. All right, let's go ahead and move on here, guys. DXY, obviously, Death Cross, Blood Diamond, daily, not looking good. And we, money flow crossover into the red on the daily for the DXY wasn't looking good either. So, moving on, let's go ahead and take a look at our king altcoin, Erythrium. Yes, I said Erythrium. That's actually how you say it. My grandma told me. Anyway, let's go ahead and check Ethereum, guys. Now, and if you guys want to go ahead and throw some of your altcoins in chat, the mods will make a list, and I will try to take a look at as many as I can. And yeah, it's going to be a good time. I'll let you guys know if I think we're going to pump it or dump it. Hopefully dump this thing, baby. Dump it. But let's start off with ETH. If you came this far, you can win only. Yes, absolutely. As long as you weren't buying the top, and even if you did buy the top, think of it this way. Think of it this way, guys. Real quick, before we jump to Ethereum. I say this all the time, but I haven't done it in a while. Let's say you bought the top of this bull market, right? Well, let's say you bought the top of the bull market in 2017. Well, what would have happened then? You would have bought up here at about 19K. And what would have happened? We'll say 20K to make it easy, right? 20K. You shot up to 65K, right? So you bought the top here, you held through the bear market, and eventually you were still in massive profit. So even if you did buy up here and you're still holding your bag all the way down here, if you're accumulating down here, you're going to get a pretty good return if we break these all-time highs, which is very likely in my opinion. Let's see, unless you buy crap projects. Yeah, that is true. That is true, Daddy Zach. You want to make sure you're buying good stuff. Let's see. 100x long trade right now. Let's go. Alucard. Let's go. Red Robles in the house. Got to go out, guys. Have a good night. Shout out to Red Robles. Good to see you in here, bro. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for being here. All right, let's go ahead and jump in. Frankie, I feel you. I want more time to trade and accumulate. Absolute Alchemy Crypto, 100%, man. I really do. Please make ETH dump below 1367 for a few minutes. Please, VSlim, let me go ahead and talk to him really quick. Presidential Cloud says, hey, Frank, Crypto Savvy said that we wouldn't hit 20K for years. Where did that just go? Oh my God, things are jumping all over the place. Notice how he didn't make a video today. I think Crypto Savvy is one of those people that thinks we were going to 3K. And listen, I'm not saying that. Listen, I'm a realist here. Like, he could be right. Like I can't, like, no one can sit there and say he's 100% wrong. I know for a fact. You could disagree and say you think he's wrong 100%, but that's not impossible, right? We could have some crazy thing go on in the world and everything dumps. So it's not impossible. I don't think it's going that low personally. And if it goes that low, I'll be wrong. It's okay. I've been wrong before, right? If we get down to 12 to 14K, that's kind of where I'm thinking we could bottom out if we do make lower lows. If we go lower than, if we get down there and things still look bearish, we will reassess the situation, and if it looks like it's going to dump, we'll just find lower levels, right? But I personally don't think as of right now it's going to go that low. But, you know, it could be wrong, could be right. I could be wrong, right? But we'll have to see. We'll definitely have to see. That would be crazy. If Bitcoin ever goes to 3K, that would be insane. Something crazy would have to happen. But let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum, as I'm sure it's basically looking the same as everything else. But let's go ahead and take a look. So, I mean, I'm not going to lie. This looks like a massive bear pennant. But yeah, that looks like a massive bear pennant, but I don't know how legit that is. But anyway, let's just go ahead and do some analysis here, taking a look at the weekly, right? So the weekly has that confirmed green dot. No bullish divergence, unfortunately, for Ethereum, but it is looking very similar to Bitcoin. Checking out that daily VWAP is starting to cool off. The BitLab trading suite is screaming top. 3 bearish divergences on market intelligence. 2-day starting to show a little bit of a top. But your 12 hours massively overbought, 10-hour massively overbought, 8-hour massively overbought, 6-hour massively overbought. I'm just going to flick down through these time frames, 4-hour, 3-hour. I mean, pretty overbought on a lot of these time frames, guys. So, again, not impossible to get a cool off here. Looking at that 4-hour, pulling back up our other indicators here. You got the bear div on the 4-hour, obviously got swallowed up. You are printing a green dot as we speak. So that could push us to the upside. Your 2 hours printing that red dot. Let's go ahead and get some levels here. I don't know why we have no levels on this chart. Let's go ahead and pull some levels. Bada boom. Whoops. Let me get the bottom of that wick. So we are coming up to a pretty key level of resistance. Let me go ahead and pull some volume on this and see where our value area low is. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. And then let's pull our volume from here. See where that comes in. Okay, beautiful. So we are coming into a local golden pocket. ETH needs to copy me and take a fat dump. But yeah, coming up to that local golden pocket. So we are approaching some decent resistance, pulling up that VPVR, trying to see where the volume's at. Yeah, I will say this, guys. As soon as we flip this point of control right here, zoom out a little bit. Soon as we flipped this point of control, that was a very, very bullish sign. Because you can see this is a very high volume node throughout a vast, vast range of the price action. So basically everything from about, I would say, yeah, everything from about July of 2022 all the way up until here, this macro point of control was flipped at about $13,000, $1,300. Once we flip that to support, it was game on to the upside, flying through this low volume gap, which we were looking at on Ethereum. So due to the volume profiles, guys, the fact that we have flipped this macro POC to support and we are now flying through this low volume gap, we are encountering a little bit of resistance on this local golden pocket. However, if you could hop on top of here, you could finish out that low volume gap for a second impulsive move into your 786 fib level at about 1539 and potentially coming all the way up to your value area high, coming in at 1575 and maybe even creeping up to that $1,600 mark. So if we go ahead and pull our volume on this little range right here that we traded, go ahead and pull it like that, you could see that $16,000 is coming right in on the value area high of that range. So that would be a decent level to watch as well. So I'll mark this out as a box like that. And yeah, so I would look for a second push. If we get above that golden pocket, look for a second rip up to the between that 786 at 1538 and about $1,600. And other than that, you are getting basically the same signals as Bitcoin. Money flow still getting thicker on the 2-hour. This is why I'm being careful with the longs. So we are printing that red dot. You do technically have a bear div, but money flow is still coming up, indicating a potential move back to the upside, but your 1 hour is starting to cool off with the money flow. 45 minutes starting to work its way out. Your 12 minute is looking to come out. Your 15 minute is crossing over into the red, but you have the green dot, right? So somewhat mixed signals here. I do think we are coming up to some serious resistance. The bearish signals are presenting themselves. You just want to be careful because we are in an aggressive uptrend. But this thing's got to cool off at some point. Shout out to Zamixel Crypto. I don't know if I said that right. I apologize if I didn't. He says, do you believe Filecoin could get back to all-time highs and maybe surpass it? Current price is $385. All-time high is $429-ish. Shout out to Zamixel. Rob, throw it on the list. We'll take a look at Filecoin for you, bro. No problem. I don't think Jerome will be happy with today's information from CPI services, excluding food and energy went up. He has time and time again smacked the markets down right after any rally. JP, dump it, JP, please, for the love of God, bring it back down to zero so I could buy more crypto. I'm just kidding, guys. I am bullish on crypto long term. I want it to go up too. Frankie the Sauce Boss, Graziano, what is going on, bro? We back to the hype streams, baby. We don't even need the Aztecian Cactus Moss Water. As you guys can see, we are actually branded now. We got the Aztecian Cactus Moss Water. This is one of the most healthy energy drinks you can absolutely have. It's all natural, has collagen in it. It's good for your skin, good for your heart, and definitely not a store-bought energy drink. Coming to a Frankie Candles website near you. Anyway, closing the daily in 12 minutes. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Powell won't speak for 2 weeks. Yeah, I mean, plenty of time to pump. Plenty of time to pump if this is going to continue. But there we go. That's what I'm thinking on Ethereum, guys. If we do get a little bit of a correction, if we get a rejection off of this local golden pocket, a level that I would be looking at, or some levels that I would like to look at here, would be right about here. This local golden pocket coming in at about 1367. Also got your 786. I'd watch this level for a potential pullback. Not only is it local, not only are they local fib levels, but you would also be coming down to just test the structure here. As you can see, you got rejected, 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 rejected. Then you get the breakout. We could come back down here. You also have the perfect confluence of the 786 and the and those technical levels right there. Shout out to Alex O. Let's go, bro. Shout out to you, man. Thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate you so much, man. Thank you, Frank, for your constant love, honesty, and transparency. You are greatly appreciated by all. Alex O. Crypto, I love you, brother. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being such a big part of the Candle Mafia. I appreciate you, and I love seeing you in chat, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate that super chat, man. You guys are crazy. We got the best community on YouTube. Let's go. 911. Oh, God, 911 people here. Yikes. Shout out to the 911 people in here, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button because not only are we giving away a bunch of Ben's new books, Catching Up to Crypto, we will be giving those away. Shout out to Crypto Billy. We're also going to be giving away some crypto, and we are also, if we hit 750 likes, we will be giving away this Frankie Candles purple and blue candle hat, and if we get 750 likes, we will also be giving away either a lifetime membership of BitLab Academy or the BitLab Trading Suite. I don't know. I think Kelly might have confirmed which one, but the mods will know that hopefully when we get there. And we will announce those winners tomorrow. But there you go, guys. That is what we got on Ethereum. Let's go ahead and move on to some altcoins. I will pull up Filecoin just because it's just fresh in my brain from, I forget how to say his name, from Zamixel. Just saying it just now. All right, let's go ahead and jump into Filecoin. Now, his question was, do I think it can go back to all-time highs? Now, that is hard. That is hard to say. I mean, Filecoin is not like a scam coin or a meme coin or anything, so I don't see, as long as they're, accomplishing everything on their roadmap and they're still continuing to build in the bear market, I don't see a reason why they couldn't recover. But you have to understand, a lot of altcoins don't make it through the bear market. It's a rough thing, right? So a lot of these coins won't make it back from the bear market. Even some good projects don't make it out alive. But if you were to get a move back up to all-time highs from the price right now, that would be a 6,100% gain, which is pretty wild. And 231, and I guess the all-time high he is talking about is all the way up here. Interesting. I'm not seeing a $400 all-time high. Let's see. Let's see. 429-ish. I'm seeing 231 as an all-time high, and then this says 8. This might just not have the right price history, but I don't really see why this can't go back to all-time highs. I mean, no guarantees, obviously, but let's go ahead and do some TA on this. Try to find some levels. I mean, guys, this looks like bullish consolidation. I'll be honest, guys. Every time I say it looks like bullish, I mean, it literally looks like it's starting to potentially break out here. Yeah, usually when it looks like bullish consolidation, it's typically bullish consolidation. This is pretty sloppy. Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of a sloppy one. But let's see. It does look like it might break out. If you don't double top out here at this little value area high that we got going on here, you may actually get a second break up to these levels at about $4.15. You're sitting at about $3.85 right now. But let's go ahead and pull some levels. I can almost guarantee you that you're probably getting tapped off of this local golden pocket right here. If I had to guess, I'm just guessing, guys. I'm just guessing. It just happens to work out. I swear I don't look at every single altcoin and try to guess where the golden pockets are to impress you guys, even though it might look like that. It's not what's happening. What is going on here? What just happened? Why are we on the 1 minute for Bitcoin? What is that all about? Okay, back to the KuCoin Filecoin chart. But let's see. Okay, there we go. All right. What happened? What were we looking at? Were we not looking at the KuCoin chart? I guess not. All right. Well, let's go ahead and pull that local golden pocket again. So yeah, you are testing this local golden pocket. Probably going to be a pretty strong level, but basically what we're looking at here, guys, is if you get above this golden pocket, let me pull up that VPVR. If you can get above that local golden, bada boom, right? You hop on top of here, flip that to support. Could be a quick little zoot right to that 786, coming in at about $4.20. If you get above this 786 and you can crack this high volume node, once you get above this local golden pocket, and get above that 786, likely revisit of your value area high at about $4.56. So, we came down, tapped the value area low, clung to the POC, got to move all the way back up. The next likely visit would be that value area high, again, coming in at about $4.60. No guarantees, but you do have a little bit of a gap between this local golden pocket and the 786. There is a gap, so if you could pop through here, could be a quick zoot up to that $4.20 mark. So that's what I would be looking at on Filecoin. But again, money flow in that 2 hour is coming out. Your 4 hour money flow is also coming out. But you might get a second push. You might get another push up here. Let's see, your 30-minute. No, your 1 minute or 1 hour. Money flow in the red dot on your 1 hour as well. On your 1 hour. Your 2 hour, checking the 2 hour. Yeah, 2 hour looks toppy as well. You might come down. You might just kind of consolidate here too. That is also an option. But yeah, that's what I would be looking for on, that's definitely what I would be looking for on Filecoin. All right, let's move on to our next alt. Filecoin is a storage coin, right? Yeah, it has something to do with data. They have a token unlock coming up. Okay, interesting. My wife just walked through the room and said, "I'm so happy your hobby is to understand at least half of what Frank is talking about." Shout out to Wick. Shout out to Wick's wife. Hey, Wick's wife, what's going on? Wick is a smart man. Wick is a smart man. Shout out to you, Wick. I appreciate you for being here. You guys are too funny, man. I always wonder, did his wife really say that, or is he just cracking jokes? I don't know. Shout out to Wick, man. All right, coming in, Solana. Hey, Rob, I like what you're doing here, man. I like what you're doing here. It keeps me on track. Just Solana. Then I don't have a list to pick from. I love this. Rob, you're crushing it, dude. All right, taking a look at Solana. And here we are. On Solana. Get rid of this. Get rid of some of these ugly old lines here. Extend this. Look at that. Okay. Bada boom. All right. Taking a look at Solana. Now, yeah. Okay. What is this volume profile? Who drew this? Get out of here. Gala, please. Shout out to Crypto Billy. We're gonna do Gala right after this. Shout out to Crypto Gala. I mean Crypto Billy. Anyway, taking a look here for Solana. Take a look at that daily. VWAP is looking for the red dot, right? So again, big moves to the upside on a lot of this stuff. Nothing continues up forever, right? 118% on Solana. I mean, it's nothing goes up forever. I'm not saying it's guaranteed to come down, but you know, things have to cool off at some point, right? So, and you can see that in the bull market, right? You got a big rip up here, right? Massive rip up. You came down a little bit. Massive rip up. You came down a little bit. Massive rip up. You came down a little bit. Massive, kind of a rip up, little bump. Massive rip up. You came down a little bit. Massive rip up. You came down a little bit, right? Nothing just goes up in a straight one green candle. So we can apply that same logic here. We came up a little bit. Maybe we'll come down a little bit, right? So here you go. Let's go ahead and see what we got. Red dot on the daily looking to print. 16-hour money flow looking pretty good. 12-hour money flow coming up. Red dot confirmed. Your 8-hour money flow crossover into the green. 6 hours in the green and printing a green dot. Taking a look at the 4-hour confirmed green dot. You know, I have to say, I don't know if I'm just tainted here, but I mean, yeah, I mean, it's not the prettiest. You did deviate a little bit here, but it does look like bullish consolidation to me. It does. I mean, you could even argue that you broke out of it, tested it, and now you're coming back up. But I will caution, guys. Be cautious with Solana. They have the Alameda ties, the whole thing with FTX, so just be careful. Just be very careful. But $18 in the next 2 days could be possible, you know, during this pump. But let's see. If we do continue up here, again, looking similar to a lot of these other things, your 2 hours looking to print a red dot here soon as well. So you may either continue to consolidate or correct a little bit. Understand you do have that volume gap underneath you, so a good level to watch for some support would be between about 15 and 14.75. If you get a big move to the downside, I'd look to retest this high here at about $14, and then potentially come back down here to 13.18. But if we continue to the upside, where can we get to? Crypto Shimoto Shmo. I don't know how to say your name. I apologize. But he says 18 in the next 2 days. Crystal ball. Shout out to you. George Marin, do you know Yearn Finance went to 96K? Is it good? I don't know too much about Yearn Finance, but we could take a look at the chart. Shout out to George. Thank you for that super chat. We could definitely take a look at that for sure. Sniper's Nightmare in the chat. What is going on, Sniper? Thank you for being here, bro. But let's go ahead and continue on. So let's see. If let's pull some fibs here. Pull it from this little scam wick. Let's see. Boom. Okay, so we do have a 7. There you go. I didn't do this on purpose. I'm sorry. I don't know. $18. Is that 786 fib level? I would go ahead and agree with the crystal ball. We tested the golden pocket. If we could hold this golden pocket and potentially hold this level right here, we could potentially, boom, boom, get a shot up to $18. I almost said 18K. We could get a shot up to $18. Whoops. Let's zoom out a little bit. There we go. And here we are, guys. This is Solana. Are you seeing something familiar? Right? Remember at the beginning of the stream, we looked at bar replay mode and Bitcoin tapping on the low volume gap before getting a monster move back up to that high volume node. This is looking very similar, right? Now, we've seen this set up on altcoins after Bitcoin gets a rip through a low volume gap or something like that. And sometimes the altcoins, some of them just don't make it out. Some of them just get rejected back down. But same thing, if Solana can get above this level and flip that $18 level, that 786 fib, we would be entering into the low volume gap and potentially coming to that $33 level up here, which would be your next high volume node. And it could happen very, very quickly. And if you grab your fixed range volume profile and pull a little bit of volume on this previous range, you can see that your point of control of that range is in perfect confluence, right? And I'm not making this up. This is on the charts here, right? So you flip that $18 786. You enter the low volume gap. You could see that big push up to retest. I would also look for a bit of resistance. Same thing as Bitcoin, right? Same physical and visual setup, right? You get a rip through the low volume gap, and that opens up the door to come to that previous range's value area low / POC, and then that's where I would look for very, very strong resistance. Now, that is a far shot away. If Bitcoin gets a big correction and the alts don't run, then this may not happen. But I will say this, if Bitcoin does not dump and it just kind of consolidates a little bit and just goes sideways, maybe sideways slightly bearish, that could give the alts room to run, and we might get a little mini alt season where the Bitcoin goes sideways and the alts run, and that's where you could see the breakout of Solana into that low volume gap. Somebody clip it. I don't know if it's going to come true, but we got to figure out a way to clip things when we want them clipped, because it's so hard to go back and find things that we talked about, because scrolling through a 2-hour live stream to find a 30-second clip is very, very difficult. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a Gala look. Let's go ahead and take a look at Gala for Mr. Crypto Billy, the man, the myth, the legend. Gala has obviously been going absolutely ballistic. Currently up about 234%. Litecoin is moving. Let's go. Shout out to Litecoin. Shout out to Tom Crown. All right, continuing on here. And 18K yesterday. Clip those point. Let's go. Shout out to Rockstar Cola. Yeah, Gala up like 230%. Absolutely insane. Great recovery. Now, you guys will know, I believe Gala was one of those coins that we were looking at the weekly bull div on. And yeah, there it is. We were looking at this weekly bull div. Very, very bullish sign, right? Big pop to the upside. But let's see. Yeah. All right. Taking a look at the daily. Money flow kind of flat there. Red dot printing on Gala, right? So could actually cool off a little bit here. But I'd be careful of some bullish consolidation, but you might kind of just, you might cool off a little bit. You come up, right? You come down a little, and then you just kind of start creating a range, and then you might coil up, create a bull pennant, something like that. And then, your target, this is the sloppiest measured move ever. But then your target could be, something crazy, right? Maybe bringing you up to, up to these levels up here. Obviously, pretty speculative there. Very, very hard to guess that stuff, guys. You can't just predict what price action is going to do. But, let's go ahead and pull some fibs here. Bada boom. Let's see. Do we have a local golden? Bada bing, right there. Boom. Now, not only do you have that local golden pocket, but you also have the confluence of that POC. So pretty strong level there. Bada boom. Pretty strong level there. You got your 786 right here. Go ahead and mark that out with a horizontal line. Double click it. Do I have a 786? I don't. Let's go 786, and then I'll save it as a template, and we'll save it as 786. Now, next time I want to make a 786 fib level, you could just go Alt-H, double-click it, 786, and then boom, you got a labeled 786. For anybody who doesn't know that you could do that, that is very helpful if you're marking out your levels. But POC/local golden pocket, pretty strong level here. Again, somewhat bullish. Looks like some kind of bullish consolidation there. If you do get another move up, I would watch this blue box for some resistance between about 5 cents, at about 5 cents. If you rip past that, look for that 786 visit of about 6 cents. And then, zooming out to a little bit of a higher time frame here, you can see that, there you go, shot right through that gap. This is heavy resistance. This POC/local golden pocket is pretty heavy resistance. So likely that we may hang down here for a little bit. Maybe we range. Maybe we bullishly consolidate. Maybe we dump a little bit. But we would need to get above that POC and preferably above that 786 before getting a big move up. If you do get another big move up, a big level to be watching would be about 8 cents right here where we have a little bit of a spike in volume. Until that, let's come to a higher time frame. Yeah, you'll see that'll be a decent level to watch to the upside in case we do continue up. This is pretty far out at this point, but that would be a decent level to watch. And then once you get above that, things could get pretty exciting. But there you go. That's kind of how I'm feeling about Gala. But that daily red dot does look like it may want to cool off a little bit. It is confirmed. So yeah, may cool off a little bit here for Gala. Let's see. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. Made a killing on Gala. Let's go. Shout out to Joe Blow. Shout out to you, bro. Let's see. Excel spreadsheet with a clip it button to execute macro to paste determine into next row each time you click it. Hold up. Greza. Shout out to Greza. Is that a real thing? Can we actually do that? If we could actually do that, that actually might be an easy way to do it. That way I can just clip things. That would be probably the easiest way to do it. Yeah, shout out to you, man. Polygon Matic making its next move. Check it out, please. And thoughts. Let's go. Link and Matic. I will take a look at Matic, see if it's actually making a move. Yeah, there she goes, baby. There she goes, attacking that next value area high. Oh, baby. Could be coming back up to these highs at about 93, 94 cents. Not impossible. Let me go ahead and pull some volume on this little range that we have up here. Yeah, baby. There you go. Hitting that untapped point of control right there. Boom. This is going to be a strong level. I would also watch that value area high. But yeah, coming into some pretty strong resistance on Matic. Daily, no red dot, but it is looking to cool off. Your 6 hour looking to cool off potentially here. 5 hour, 4 hour looking for the red dot. Oof, baby. You could get a 4 hour bear div here as well at that resistance level. That could be, a nice little, it could be a nice little scalp opportunity potentially. Looking at the 2 hour. 2 hour potentially looking to cool off as well. Money flow on the 12-minute is coming up. 15-minute is coming up as well. Now, this is kind of giving me mixed signals here. It's somewhat of a rising wedge. Let's see. Yeah, somewhat. It's kind of hard to call. But I would watch those divergences. But money flow coming up on that 15-minute and that 12-minute, so I'd be careful. I'd like to see money flow coming out of these time frames with a 3 hour and a 4 hour red dot. I'd feel a little more confident about a rejection here. Even that 2 hour red dot with the lower time frames having the money flow come out would be good. But as far as levels here, I would watch that blue box as a very strong level of resistance. And then if you could get above that, your little local value area high here, this level right here at about 95 cents could be another decent level to watch. And yeah, that would be the local levels to the upside that I would be looking at. Let's pull some fib levels. Let's pull it from this little high here to the, pull it from here to the low. Boom. Yeah, you got a little bit of confluence. Whoops. Yeah, these are the levels I would watch on Matic for your next stops. Come on. I hate locking my drawing tool. There we go. So next, this major level between about 91 cents and about 93 cents would be a nice level to watch for resistance. If you get a pop up, I'd watch this level, local golden pocket / value area high coming in at 94.5 cents, between 94.5 and 95.5 cents about. And then looking at your volume, you're up against pretty serious resistance here as well. If you break through, you could get into that dollar range if you really start breaking these levels. But that's what I would be looking for on. This is what I would be looking for on. Short is killing it right now. This is what I'd be looking for on Matic. But yeah, looking for that. I would like to see the money flow come out on those lower time frames before taking those red dots seriously. Let's see. Oh, God, what is going on in chat? I see this. Crypto Billy, can it root beer? What? I don't know what you guys are talking about in here. Shout out to All Star Auto Group. Hey, Frankie, appreciate the amazing content. I don't know a thing about TA. Where do you recommend I start learning? I'm willing to pay for classes. Well, All Star Auto Group, Inc., I'll tell you this. before you spend any money, I would recommend that you go to my YouTube channel and go back to when I first started posting videos. It's all free. Go watch from the first video I uploaded all the way up until today. All my pre-recorded trading videos are endlessly valuable. Invaluable. They are completely free. I show you how to understand how to read candles, how to read patterns, how to trade specific patterns, volume profiles, support, resistance. I go from the absolute basics all the way to super advanced stuff and advanced trading strategies and simple beginner trading strategies, all the different indicators. I have a ton of free content. Basically, I designed my YouTube channel off of what I wish I had access to when I was learning how to trade. So I definitely recommend, before you pay for classes, check out my YouTube channel. Watch all the videos that I've recorded. They're endlessly valuable, and they're completely free. And then from there, I would also join the free Discord. Get in that free Discord, start talking to the other traders in the CandleMafia. They're great traders. They're amazing at TA, and they love to help you guys, help new people out, especially if you're learning how to trade. Great place to be. I think it's one of the fastest ways to learn is to get into a community, see what other people are doing that already know how to trade, and just hang out. You become who you hang out around. If you hang out in that Discord, eventually all the stuff they're talking about that you don't understand, if you hang out in there often enough, you're just going to get it. You're going to be like, oh, someone's going to bring something up like TA-wise, and you're going to be like, oh, yeah, like everyone in my Discord talks about those things. Like, I know what divergences are. Like, oh, I know what CVD is. Oh, I know what Fibonacci levels are. And you just hang out in there and then just watch my tutorials. They're completely free. My YouTube channel is basically a free trading course. And it's risk-free. Just go watch the videos. So, but yeah, that's where I would recommend you start. But I will say this. I'm not against paid courses. I've had pretty good luck. I've done a lot of businesses. I've tried a lot of businesses and stuff, and I've taken a lot of online courses for a lot of different things. And as long as you're getting it from a reliable person, I think a lot of people just say stay away from paid courses completely. I don't really buy that. I think paid courses can be really valuable because everyone goes, well, you could find the information online for free. That's totally true. You could go to my YouTube channel. It's all there for free. And I do kind of organize it so it's easy to get through. But a paid course, like half of what you pay for is for the person to go hunt out the information and just give it to you in chronological order, which in my opinion is really valuable. So, if you want to pay for a course, the BitLab Academy is, we are redoing the BitLab Academy. That is going to be a great option for you. A lot of other people have really great courses out there, but I would definitely just start for free. Watch my channel. You're going to learn an absolute butt ton. Anyway, shout out to you, man. Thank you for that super chat. I do appreciate you. JJ Trade says, can you check ETC? And thanks for the amazing TA. As always, JJ Trades, I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, we can check out ETC. Yeah, Jessica says, watch candles. Let's go. Shout out. All right, here we go. Let's see. Frankie coined life-changing slogans. FYP, find your people. FCU, Frankie Candles University, Bing Bong, etc. You get life lessons, NTA right here. Shout out to Crypto Billy. I appreciate that, bro. All right, let's take a look at ETC. Oh, I know what banana hammocks are. Oh, boy. I hope those pictures of me in a banana hammock didn't make it out there. All right. Taking a look at Ethereum Classic. I don't want to look at this chart. Let's look at the KuCoin chart. KuCoin Tether. Getting a little move up here. What's Bitcoin doing? Is Bitcoin pumping? No, just kind of chilling. All right. Guys, I do just have to check my phone. I don't know if Tony D's flight got canceled again. Let's see. Okay, so I am going to have to head out here pretty soon, guys. His flight got undelayed, I guess, and he's boarded a while ago now. So I am going to have to hop out of here pretty soon, but let's take a look at ETC. Now, I'm going to head and hide that VPVR real quick. Now, just looking at this volume profile, which I don't really know how much I like this actual range, so I'm actually going to start over here. So I'm actually going to go ahead and start fresh on ETC. Go ahead and hide that market cipher A and go ahead and take a look at what we got going on. So I'll zoom in a little bit, take a look at the daily. Probably looks very similar to a lot of other things. Let's see. They threw him off the plane. Listen, guys, we got a pretty... Oh, peace out, G-Life. I appreciate you for being here, bro. Listen, we got some pretty bad storms. So like I said, Tony D is probably sitting on that plane like... I can almost guarantee it. which is horrifying. Listen, I used to be really scared to fly. Not scared to fly. I used to just not really like it. But now I don't care at all. Taking a plane to me now is like taking a bus. But I'm still not really a fan of turbulence. I mean, I'm fine, but I'd rather there be no turbulence. But I'm sure Tony's probably losing his mind right now because I can't imagine it's smooth air right now. Anyway, I mean, if it took out our Wi-Fi, shout out to Tony. Maybe he's watching this on the JetBlue Wi-Fi. Anyway, show yourself, Tony D, from 33,000 feet in the air. All right, taking a look at ETC on the daily. Yeah, God, you're getting the VWAP flip right there on the daily. Guys, this is kind of lit. Listen, that daily red dot, granted, ETC has not really gotten it's still up like 40%. I mean, still a massive pump. But that red dot, you'd think, would be very likely to bring us down because we got a massive rip, and the bulls are just shoving that red dot out of the way. So be careful. The mixed signals are out there. So just be careful. Okay. Bada boom. All right. So that VWAP flip with another green dot on the daily. Unbelievable. This thing might push up higher. Taking a look at the 16-hour. Green dot. God, I will tell you guys this. If the bottom of Bitcoin is not in, the next shorts that we get are going to change lives. So looking here, looking like it wants to push up on the 16-hour as well. Let me pull some levels for you. Boom, coming up to a local golden pocket, not quite touching it just yet, but I would watch for a push into this local golden pocket at about $22.48. Also, look for that move up to, if you break that, look for the push into that 786 at about $24.67. And if you can get that push up, maybe you get something up into here like that, I would look for bearish confirmations at that level before potentially getting a correction to the downside. And this is on ETC, your 6-hour pushing up. Oh, my God, this thing looks like it wants to go. 2-hour, still pushing up. Looking at the 1 hour, still pushing up. Money flow coming up on your 1 hour. 4-hour money flow in the green. Yeah, I would watch this. I'd watch this 8-hour. Look for the second push up into these levels here, and then look for the red dot on one of these time frames. Lower time frames, money flow is in the green on the 12, coming up on the 15. 24-minute, it's bing-bonging around. 30-minute with the crossover into the green. Dang, this thing looks like it wants to go. But yeah, I would wait for that 8-hour to chill out just a little bit. But now you have some levels to look at. Again, about 22.50 is going to be that local golden pocket. If you push up into that 786, it's going to be about 24.58. And yeah, those are the levels of resistance that I would be looking for. Go ahead and pull a little bit of, let me pull from here to here, see. Yeah, value area low of that previous range that we were in very briefly right here does line up with that 786. So these are the levels I would look at for on Ethereum Classic. Let's go. All right, let's see. Link, and then time for spins. Shout out to Rob, the Crypto Snob. Thank you for keeping me on track, guys. Shout out to our mods, guys. We got the best mods in the game. Let's take a look at Link. Bada boom. Shout out to JJ Trades. Please to ETC. ETC. Bada boom. Shout out to JJ Trades. I appreciate you, bro. All right, let's go ahead. Bada boom. Bada boom. Where's Link? Link. There we go. Bang, baby. We got Hodgepodge in the house. Let's go. Shout out to Hodgepodge. What is going on, bro? Let's see. Bing bong. Bing bong. We got Hodgepodge and OG. Bing bong. Let's go. All right, let's see. Link the Slink. Let's go. Don't forget BOA and JP earnings come out tomorrow and could tank it. Jesse. Dump this thing. Please dump this. Anyway, taking a look at Link. Okay. Yeah, coming up to, you can see you have a little spike in volume here. Let's pull that local golden. Lucky guess, guys. Lucky guess. Lucky guess. Anyway, I don't know why that always happens. But yeah, you get a little peak in your volume here. Coming up to that local golden, I would look for a potential push. I'm going to actually go ahead and draw this as a range because we all know that not all Not all support and resistance is just a line. I would look for a push into this box, into this blue box. But, yeah, looking for a push into that 786 coming in at about $6.67, cents. Let's see. Dump it. Dump it. He's so annoyed. Yeah, dump this thing. Dang it. Yeah, I'm a perma bear now. I really am. I swear I'm a perma bear. Anyway, continuing on. Coming up to some key resistance here. If we do push past this, look for the 786 at about $6.67. And yeah, I mean, let's see. Checking the daily. Are we getting the red dot? No red dot just yet. Your 16-hour got that green dot. Doesn't look too decisive, in my opinion, unless this thing starts really moving. That VWAP looks like it wants to flop over. You do have the money flow in the green, which would be a good sign. That 12 hours printing a green dot. Jeez, somebody stop the bulls. Somebody stop the bulls. Frankie Golden Pocket Candles. Let's go. Shout out to GP. I'm good with up, down, sideways, or moon. Just not lose 10K. Yeah. I don't really mind if we go up, to be honest. I was a long bear market. Oh, it was a long bear market. I still feel like a bear. Yeah, me too. You forgot you got a super chat. Where'd it go? Oh no, I forgot a super chat. I hate forgetting. Oh no, did I miss it? No, did I? I don't think I did. Shout out to JJ Trades. We looked at ETC. I don't know. You might be behind a bit, but I appreciate the super chat. What was George's super chat? I don't know. Let me know. Let me know what the super. Oh, I didn't. He's trolling. He's trolling, guys. Shout out to George Marin. Appreciate you. All right, let's continue on here. All right, local golden pocket. I'd look for a rejection here. If we can push through, though, with that 12-hour green dot, I'd be very careful shorting this level. Look for a push up into that 786 and maybe even deeper into that blue box before actually looking for some short positions. And that blue box is coming in between 667 and about 696. So that is what I would be looking for on Link. Other than that, your 8-hour has that green dot. You could be setting up for some nice bearish divergences. 4-hour looking to curve over here. I would watch that red dot as well with your lower time frame money flow coming out, like your 12-minute, your 15-minute. But as of right now, the money flow is coming up. So be very careful, but I would keep my eye on those lower time frames, having the money flow come out with those medium hourly time frame red dots. And just pulling up that BitLab Market Intelligence Indicator or BitLab Trading Suite. Again, in general, things are looking toppy on the significant movements, but you're getting that divergence indicator, that bullish signal on the volume. I would be careful, guys. The bulls are just rearing their heads and yeeting anything stuck to their horns. Literally, the bulls are stabbing things with their horns and just yeeting people to the moon. Just like hooking them with the horns and just flinging them to another universe. So let's go. Can't hate on that. But with all that being said, guys, I think that's all the time I got. Like I said, I do have to go pick up Tony D because if Alex says he's bullish on Crypto Billy, I am 100% bullish on Crypto Billy. But I will say this, guys. I do have to go pick up Tony D at the airport, and if he gets stranded at the airport and somebody steals him or kidnaps him, this channel is gonna be hard for me to run. So I do have to go get him. So, yeah, we're going to have to go ahead and sign off. But before we do that, guys, we're going to have to go ahead and pull up that wheel of pain and pleasure. How many likes did we get? Don't forget to smash those like buttons, guys. We had almost 900 people in here. Or we had over 900 people in here, 550 likes. Let's, on the count of 3, smash that like button, get it up to 750 before we spin the wheel so we can potentially give away some hats and some BitLab and some lifetime BitLab stuff. But Indiana Candle says, peace out, brother. Shout out to you, Indiana Candles. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. His super chat was Yearn Finance. Shout out to George Marin. Let me see. We could take a look at it. YFI, I believe, is the ticker. Let me just take a look at it real quick. Yeah, it's coming in at $5,745. We'll do this really quick. I did see that super chat. I forgot to go back to it. So, Borrow Ben's Lambo. You can leave later. Yeah, Julio. I should. Hey, gotta go pick up Tony. Honestly, I am on the insurance. So, yeah, fun fact. I am on the Lambo insurance, so I could drive it. Let's see. Okay. Never thought I would get on to Lamborghini. I mean, not my Lamborghini, obviously. But never thought I'd be on Lamborghini insurance this quickly. I thought maybe one day. I just didn't think it was going to be one day this soon. Yeah, a lot of these are coming up to local golden pockets. Yeah, I would watch Next Level. I'm gonna do this quick. Yeah, it is looking very similar to a lot of other things. Again, looking for the red dots on the 4-hour. The 2-hour is printing a red dot. I would look for the money flow, though. Money flow is not convincingly coming out, but it is looking like it's starting. I would like to see this decisively coming out a little more. Yeah, God, how is it have the same? Yeah, this money flow all looks the same. I would want to see this come out a little more aggressively. But once you start getting that with a confirmed 2 and 4-hour red dot, this is where you can maybe start looking for shorts, but I'd be very cautious of a second push into that 786 level coming in at about $6,143. So shout out to George. Sorry I missed that. Yeah, I apologize for missing that super chat, but there you go. There's some levels. Other than that, it is looking very similar to a lot of other things. So without further ado, guys, let's pull up our wheel of pain and pleasure. And on the count of 3, guys, go ahead and smash that like button on 3. Fondle it, lick it, kick it, headbutt it, turn around and touch it with your butt. I don't really care what you do, but just make sure you hit that like button in some way, shape, or form. And 1, 2, thirsty. Aha, I tricked you. 3, smash that like button, guys. Going for 750. I don't know if we're going to get there, but let's try. If we get 750 likes before the end of the stream, I will add that BitLab lifetime subscription. If not, we could go for it tomorrow and try to get that tomorrow. So let's go ahead and spin that wheel. Right now, we got 5 spins. I think we could get 600 likes and get that 6th spin in there. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I was a bit behind. Shout out to JJ Trades. We got you, brother. We got you. Give him a giveaway, baby. Give him a giveaway. And I don't want to tease anything, guys. I really don't want to tease anything. But if you see some ads, there might be some ads that pop up that might hint towards they might hint towards something that we might be working on. Something that we might. God, you know what? I don't want to give it all away. Jesus. All right. I got to get an ad blocker. I'm not trying to give away all the secrets here. All right, there we go. All right. Here we go. We already got a giveaway. I don't think it's on there anymore, but we got one giveaway. Mark that down, super mods. You guys are super mods. I'm just going to call you super mods from now on. Let's see. A little licking. Let's go. Is it worth it getting the paid version of TradingView? Ivan Hernandez, I will tell you this. Yeah, give him another giveaway. 2 giveaways, boys. Let's go. 600 likes. Almost there. 1 more like. Somebody click that like button. But I will say this. The, what do you call it? The paid version of TradingView is worth it just for the fact that you could look at multiple time frames, right? Like you can't look at any time frame on the free version. Give them another giveaway, baby. Let's go. But you can't just you can't look at custom time frames on an unpaid version. So I think it's worth it just for that, even if you get the lowest version. I don't know exactly what version gives you the volume tools, but I would also recommend another big reason why you would want the paid version is to get access to the volume profile tools. So I could actually probably just pull it up for you here real quick. Give him a book, baby. Let's go. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Let's get it. Give him another spin here. TradingView pricing. Let's see. Okay. Give him another giveaway. What do we got? That's probably 5. Yeah, that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 giveaways, 7 spins. I gave you guys the extra lucky spin. So TradingView, the cheapest plan they have is $14.99. If you go to frankiecandles.com, I do believe we have an affiliate link that will save you and give you a little bit of a discount. or you could pay full price. It's totally up to you, but if you want to save a little bit of money, you can use our link. But the Pro version is $14.95. I don't know what it is with our discount, but $14.95. $14.95 is what gives you 5 indicators per chart, which is nice, so you're not limited on your indicators. 2 charts in one layout. That's pretty nice. 20 active server-side alerts. There you go. Yeah, so you only need the lowest version. So the Pro version, which is $14.95 a month, gives you the volume profile tools, multiple watch list bar replay. Yeah, and I assume, it doesn't say it, but I assume that version gives you unlimited time frames as well. So the time frames and the volume profile tools are going to be the main things that are going to make that worth buying. So I would say it. Yeah, it's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it, especially if you're looking to like really start taking TA and trading seriously. It's pretty important that you're able to go to any time frame you want, and it's also going to quickly get annoying to only be able to have one indicator. And then also the volume profile tools are endlessly valuable. So Sniper says, I use the cheapest paid trading view. It's more than enough for the indicators. Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't. I have the highest version, but I'll be honest. If you took me off of the premium version and put me on the cheaper plan, I don't know how much I would notice. Very rarely do I have 7 or 10 indicators up. Usually it's like 1 or 2. So yeah, it's just like the free one's really limited, and then the cheapest plan opens up almost everything you need. So yeah, shout out to Sniper's Nightmare. But with all that being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in and watching the Frankie Candles live stream, which, by the way, we are here at 5:45 p.m. PM Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB, every single weekday, doing 2 hours of TA, where I show you guys how to make money trading crypto, whether the price is going up or down, and just really funny, guys. Just kind of a weird thing, being a crypto YouTuber or crypto influencer, whatever you want to call it. You guys will know we pull out the cash sometimes, and I will say this. I throw the cash, right? We throw the cash for you guys, and my office and my studio is always completely covered with $100 bills. There's just Benjis laying all over the floor, and sometimes I get tired after the stream, and I don't feel like picking them up, right, until the next day. So today was one of those days, and the cleaning ladies came, and I got back into my office, and thank God all my money was neatly stacked, like on my desk, sitting there. And I was like, what do these people think? These people probably walked in and just saw $100 bills all over the place. I'm sure they took some. They're going to be pretty disappointed when they figure out what happened. But they probably walked in like, what goes on in here? There's just money everywhere. Super funny. Just I thought that was a pretty funny story. But I don't know the reaction. But or maybe Mrs. Candles picked them up. I don't know. But with all that being said, guys, I think that's all the time I got for tonight's stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I hope you guys learned something. If you did, drop me a hashtag value on your way out and smash that like button on your way out as well. Tomorrow, we are going to be giving away a whole bunch of stuff. If we hit our like goal, we will be giving away this beanie. We also have some other stuff I might add. The BitLab, if we hit our like goal, I will add that BitLab subscription. And I don't know, maybe it's already added. I got to talk to Kelly. But with all that being said, I love each and every single one of you. That's all the time I got for tonight. I got to go get Tony off this plane so he's not stuck at the airport and someone kidnaps him, standing there with his bags, like with his cat, with Bear, just looking around. Come with me, little boy. And Tony just waddles away with him. It's a dangerous world out there, so I got to make sure we got him because he's important, and we need him just like we need all of our mods and all our CandleMafia members. Guys, I'm rambling. I got to go. I love each and every single one of you guys. See you tomorrow. Same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. I'm going to dump you into the Hit Network stream, so enjoy that. I'll see you guys next time. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong. What's up? I know we gotta go. Oh, wait. Hello? Yeah, we're coming. What do you mean? What? How did you end up in the back of How did you end up in the back of somebody's van? What do you mean? He had bagels in Georgia? You were excited about the random man at the airport that had bagels in Georgia? You thought they were going to be good, so he got in the back of his van? Yeah, well, we were going to... Okay. Oh, cool. Okay. Well, all right. Find my iPhone on. We'll call the cops and come get you. All right. Bye. Hi, CandleMafia. Tony may or may not have gotten in the back of a van because someone coaxed him in with bagels. I don't know why he did that. He eats the best bagels ever in New York. I don't know why he thought they'd be good in Georgia. I got a handful to deal with right now. I'll see you guys next time. I love each and every single one of you guys. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.